home as a way to save money. But that convenience can sometimes cause issues for managers. Business and efficiency coach Laura Rose is here with some advice. Laura, the last time you were here, I just felt fed. I got so much insight from what you were talking about. But we basically talked about how remote employees need to deal with their challenges. Are those challenges much different from the bosses of remote employees?
The challenges are the same. The bosses handle it a little bit differently. A manager needs to, consider treating the people that are remotely the same way as they treat the people that are next door. They see each other every day.
Now, you have 5 tips for managers to help them better manage their remote employees. And the first one is to clearly articulate your vision.
And that's important whether you have the employees on-site or off-site. The job of a good manager or an executive or even a business owner is to articulate where they want their business to go. And the articulation, the communication isn't just one way. You have to verify that the employee actually understands what you're trying to tell them. The best way to do that is to open a conversation with open-ended questions. After you relay what you want to relay, say, well, how does that affect your current role and responsibilities? Or what do you think the challenges are to accomplish this? And then have the employee paraphrase what they just heard in their own role.
That's a good tip for anybody, really. Okay, also, identify future-focused roles, expectations, and responsibilities.
I emphasize the future focus on that. Just don't clarify what they're expected to do today, but outline their advancement opportunities, not just their current role, their current stream, but in adjacent roles as well.
Okay, and third, outline communication plans with each employee.
That's very important when you have remote employees that travel your time zones. Just because they're convenient to you doesn't mean that that time is convenient for them.
Yeah.
So specifically talk about how are we going to communicate. We're going to communicate by email, we're going to communicate by phone, what time, and mix it up a little bit. When you see an employee face-to-face all the time, you can read their body language. You can hear their reflections in their voice. If you do it remote, you want to make sure you have that same opportunity. There's web conferencing, there's Skype, there are inexpensive technology for us to use today.
My husband used to work for a company based in Taiwan, and their U.S. headquarters were on the West Coast. That was his biggest complaint, that nobody worked on his time. And it was
And
always...
he was expected to match their...
Yeah, so I'm glad you pointed that out. Next, outline communication plans with each employee.
And that goes with that one, that tip too. It said I want to make sure that it works on both sides, not just the manager's side.
All right, so how can a manager bring a team together when they're spread out? What's an effective way to make sure everybody's on the same page?
I would bring them together in staff meetings and have the web conference staff meetings that people can actually see what's going on.
You also, another tip you have is to design specific second-line project exposure for your employees.
And that's something managers don't typically do. We talked about last time how promotions and salaries are discussed, how performance evaluations are discussed. They're discussed in a little room with your second-line manager and managers that all report to him. And then the employees are ranked according to their level and band. Well, your employee will do better if they know more of those managers. The best way to get them exposure is to put them on the agenda of your second line manager staff meeting. In that staff meeting, you have your second line and you have all the managers that report to them. Ask your employee to come in and give a status report on a piece of project that everybody's interested in.
I love your last tip, which is reward the behavior you want to repeat.
Yes, I put that into appreciate the people that are doing the right things. Oftentimes we reward heroic behavior. And I understand that from time to time you need to work extra hours or a weekend to get a project done. But if you're working every single day, extra hours, just to get your project done, that's an everyday occurrence, then that's bad project management skills. It's either you as a manager is doing bad project management or your employee. And when you reward such actions, you're rewarding bad project management skills. So what you really want to do is take a look at the employee that's on top of their game, that's avoiding difficult situations in the first place, that knows their skills, knows their what they can and can't do, effectively finds somebody that can fill those gaps, catch those errors before the second line manager sees them, always get their work on time and with quality. And that's the type of person that you want to have your team emulate and actually clone that person, not the person that's creating the problems.
Great advice, Laura. Thank you so much, and we'll have these tips on our website, My Caroline Today.